You're watching iRacing on the Ghostfire Media Network.
Live from Bristol Motor Speedway, it's the IVRl Buttkicker series, and I am Randy Pepper alongside my good friend and co-host, cohort, whatever you want to call him, Nick Adams. We are going to have a good time tonight, aren't we, Nick?
Oh, we are going to have a fantastic time tonight, Randy. It is round one of the playoffs. It is the third race, the elimination race, the first one this season. The first four drivers are going to say goodbye to their chance to win a championship at Phoenix at the end of the season, and I am so excited because this is going to be absolutely insane here in Bristol, Tennessee.
I hope so. I hope we have a really fun race tonight. Hopefully we don't have a huge car count. That's the only thing. We have 13 or so cars have shown up tonight, and hopefully we don't have a follow the leader type race. Hopefully we have a lot of side-by-side racing tonight and keep it all fun for the night. A lot of new paint schemes tonight that look really good. A lot of new
paint schemes. They do all look great. But here live at the top of the hour on the Ghostfire Media Network, we're able to bring you breaking NASCAR news. Starting in 2022, the opening race of the season, the Exhibition Clash, will be run at the LA Coliseum. Starting next year in February, NASCAR's going to the Coliseum.
Oh boy.
That is breaking news. It's been out there for 20 minutes. It's officially announced, and it's a thing, Randy. It's a thing. We're going to get the Coliseum in iRacing.
Yeah, you know what?
I'm stoked.
I believe, I'm happy for him, but I believe that NASCAR is grasping at straws, looking for anything to bring their viewership up.
The Clash has been boring for years, though. Let's be honest. The last time you watched the Bud Shootout was when it was called the Bud Shootout.
Yeah.
And that was like, what, 12 years ago at this point? 10 years ago? It hasn't been called the Bud Shootout for a while now. It's been stale. I mean, I get the idea of speed weeks and going to Daytona and, you know, just throwing everything at the wall when it comes to super speedway racing for 2 weeks. Because we only get it 4 times a year as is right now.
Right.
So throwing it all at the wall to begin the season, you know, it'd be like going to the Super Bowl and playing 4 games before you play the Super Bowl in the stadium on the field. It takes away from the spectacle that is the Daytona 500. So going to the LA Coliseum is going to create this buzz. It's going to get the fans involved.
It's definitely going to do that. I agree. It's going to get a lot of people involved in.
Do you know the week they can have at the in LA before we race the Coliseum? They can do like opening week of NASCAR. You could bring in the Xfinity cars. You could bring in the trucks. You could bring in the modifieds. You could bring in the dirt cars. I mean, there's so much untapped potential for the Los Angeles market from NASCAR. This is a great move, in my opinion. Hot take official here on the Ghostfire Media Network.
Well, I'll have to get Pat Patterson's take on this.
Oh, you know you're going to hear it this weekend.
Well, I heard him. He's here in Daytona today, so Unfortunately, he was having to work on his motor coach today, and I did not get to talk to him other than maybe 2 seconds.
I can't wait to hear him, though.
Yeah, I will find out. I will talk to him. I'll probably talk to him tomorrow, maybe
So,
tonight. I don't
to
know.
touch on that, Harvey, it's not announced yet officially what the rest of the schedule is. So, it's not official they're going to go from California to Daytona to California. They could start the season California, do the East Coast swing, which is what they were thinking of doing to save money, then jump across, do the West Coast swing, do the Midwest, and then come back to the East Coast to begin the playoffs.
I'll find all that out.
The idea of next year's schedule is to start you in one area and move around that area as much as you can. So expect to see date changes for Bristol. Expect to see date changes for Martinsville, for Homestead, for Atlanta, for Nashville Super Speedway. Expect to see these dates all change next year because of what they're trying to do and save money. And it's a good idea. I mean, instead of going from Daytona to go do the West Coast swing to come back to Daytona, why not hit Daytona, Bristol, Homestead, Martinsville, Richmond, Nashville, all in one swing, come up the East Coast, hit New Hampshire in the spring instead of in the middle of the summer when it's 112 degrees outside. Hit Watkins Glen when Watkins Glen is beautiful. Then go to Sonoma and hit Sonoma when it's beautiful in the fall. They are going to create a totally new schedule. Yes, they're kind of hampered by what tracks they can choose, but they're not hampered on when the dates are. They're just hampered by the contracts if this is the track you have to race at for X amount of years. And next year is the year that they were extremely excited for because all of these contracts, these bigger tracks that nobody wants to see, are over. Like Kansas's contract ran out. They don't know if they're going to re-up with that one. Atlanta is obviously getting at least one race, probably two because they're going to be on a new reconfig. Next year is going to be unbelievable, but we'll talk about all that, I bet you, throughout the night.
I believe so. Yeah, we're going to have a lot of time to talk about it.
Let's get to this. And first I want to touch on the car we're looking at right now with Nicholas Weatherby. We're going to zoom in on this car. This is the Suicide Prevention Hotline Green and White number 23. It holds a very special place in my heart, and I'm very excited to see that he's driving this car. Suicide in any form. There's many reasons why people think that life just isn't worth living, but if you ever need to talk to somebody, call that number right there, 1-800-273-TALK. That's 1-800-273-8255. And there'll be a trained professional standing there and sitting with you to speak with you and help you understand that it might be bad right now, but it'll always get better.
It's the wrestling team of the New Day. They say a thing. It's a new day. Tomorrow is a new day. So today may suck, but tomorrow is the new day.
I mean, look at Kyle Larson, for example. He's a perfect example of going from something stupid he did that ruined his life for a year to now fighting for a championship.
Yeah,
he's
absolutely.
The perfect example of, I just lost everything pretty much, and now he's back on top of the world because he just kept pushing through and going.
And look at Kid Rock.
Yeah.
Kid Rock lived in pretty much crap, lived in a trailer park. Jewel is another one. She lived in her car, thinking life was over. She was going to end up living in her car for the rest of her life. And then she goes on to win a Grammy and sell multiple millions of records.
And we will focus on this car a lot tonight just because I think Weatherby is going to be up front. But that right there, if anybody needs it, it's 1-800-273-TALK. Once again, 1-800-273-8255. That is the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline.
Absolutely.
But other than that, there's many other new paint schemes out here tonight. We have
Tons.
Joseph Causey is still running the Justice for Tom scheme, which I'm not going to publicly comment on what my opinion is on that situation. I just like the idea that he's running a different paint scheme than that black thing.
Greg Holt, too.
Yeah,
Greg Holt
Greg Holt has it back this week. I believe Jason Miz is in that Castrol Toyota Camry again.
Yeah.
Harvey Abrams is back out there in NOS. We haven't seen him in the NOS car since he won a stage at Bristol Dirt in the spring. All the way back to the spring, Harvey Abrams was a contender for that race. So, gotta keep an eye on Harvey. You know, he seems to have he had Bristol Dirt figured out. Let's see if he has the asphalt version of this track figured out.
Well, if we look at his speed on the track right now, it doesn't appear so.
He's only 2/10 off the fastest lap. And this isn't going to be a normal race. It's 275 laps around what's going to end up being a demolition derby. It's a one-lane racetrack. Let's be honest. Bristol is a great racetrack. Great racetrack throughout the entirety of the 80s, the entirety of the 90s, all the way up until 2011 when they repaved it and they made it a one-lane racetrack and they reconfigured it a little bit. They brought the banking up and it just ruined it. There's no inside line. It's all about carrying the speed from the the middle of the corner up. It's hard to pass.
It's a lot better than it was when they first did it. It
is a lot better than it was. I think it'll only get better as the surface degrades. But it's such high quality. It's concrete, right?
It's concrete.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's such high quality concrete. It's going to take 25 years for this track to get anywhere near what it was in the mid-90s. And I mean, and who knows, by then Bristol might have a roof on it. There's so many things to touch on with Bristol that we don't have enough time during the broadcast, that we're going to have a podcast about Bristol one day.
Could you imagine if they put a roof on this place? Imagine how many people would be high and sick?
You know what's unbelievable? Is like they were talking about it on the Dale Jr. download that they've put roofs on other types of racetracks before.
Yes.
So they know how to do it. And the thing is if you want to bring dirt racing to Bristol, you can have a little bit of rain if you're running a World of Outlaw. You can have a wet racetrack because you don't have a windshield. And you don't have all that cooling in the front. But in a cup car, if you want to bring dirt here for a cup car, an Xfinity car, and a truck car, You see how excited and pumped I am? But if you want to bring in a cup car, an Xfinity car, and a truck, you kind of need something to stop the rain. And how many times over the years has the spring race been delayed or shortened due to rain, snow,
or just canceled or postponed, actually?
Yeah, due to rain or snow, or the track flooded because there was so much rain.
I think there's only one time we had snow, but
it was in the middle of the Xfinity Series race.
Yeah, actually they had to postpone the whole weekend.
If you it's only because we're in Tennessee so early in the year that anything can happen, and you're in the rainy season. But if you're doing that East Coast swing, which is rumored from like Daytona up the East Coast in the first 3 months of the season, you're going to be in Tennessee. I'd probably say mid-March, late March.
Yeah. It's
going to be rainy. It's going to be cold, and it could snow. Put a roof on it. Think about the reverberations of a roof. You have monster trucks go inside of places with roofs. Why can't a cup car do it?
Yeah, that's true.
Ventilation is very easy. It would be unbelievable.
The only thing I think the problem. Yeah, I think the one thing that these cars would be going around for so long and exhaust would be going on constantly. Where like a monster truck thing, yeah, you get some exhaust, but they stop. You got enough time to air it out, and then they go again. It's not like a constant thing of these things just blowing, smoke into the air.
Maybe not a full roof. Maybe just enough around the track to where the center
I think so.
of the
Leave
track,
an opening.
Maybe like where everybody parks their cars and their haulers is open, but the track is covered, and more importantly, the seats are covered. Because if you ever gone to Bristol, and this is a rhetorical question, because I know you have you ever gone to Bristol in the fall race, in the sun?
Yeah.
You turn into a lobster.
That's just about every racetrack, dude. I hate to tell you.
But New Hampshire, you kind of have like natural sunlight that goes in different locations up at that track. At Bristol, it seems like the sun just picks the middle of the racetrack and then just cooks the fans.
Yeah.
You put a roof at least over the grandstands, all of a sudden the world has changed. And if you put a roof on the racetrack, technically you can have races all year round. It kind of pays itself off.
It definitely would pay itself
It's a
off.
crazy conversation. I would love to sit down with the president of SMI and just have like a 45-minute conversation with him about what
Mr. Smith.
I would love to sit down with him. He sounds like a cool guy. Every time I've listened to an interview, he just sounds like a guy I want to talk to, because he just seems genuine, and you don't get a lot of that in the sport anymore. But
No, and I will tell you this though, real quick on this, since we're going to qualifying. The reason that NASCAR is moving all these tracks around and doing California and everything is so eventually the Smiths will sell their part of SMI to NASCAR, and NASCAR will sell everything to Comcast, and then they will be out of that. NASCAR will be out of this. It'll actually be, they'll be in it, but they won't be in. It'll be owned by Comcast. That's what this is all working up to, whether you know it or not.
as long as the sport stays around for the next 100 years, or at least the rest of my lifetime, I could give a damn less who owns it, to be honest with you. I just want to be able to watch racing for the rest of my life.
You will, I'm sure of that. So
Yeah, I mean, Formula One just sold, and look at how it strengthened the sport. IndyCar sold, look at how it strengthened the sport.
well, actually, if Comcast does end up buying it, which that's what it's trying to work to.
Adam Wood! Adam Wood!
Ow.
Just pounded that right front.
Yeah. Well, at least he had a good first lap.
Yeah, the qualifying is going to go by quickly here because it's Bristol.
It's
so
almost done.
It's going to go like that. There's 14 guys here tonight, so you're going to see 14 cars come on the track. Really quickly, you can see it on your screen. You have Patrick Gaspar currently in the provisional pole, Thomas Carino Jr. second, Adam Wood third, Ryan Cliver fourth, and Joey McKinney fifth. But there's less than a tenth and a half between the top five, and it's only going to get faster. And there goes Greg Holt with a 14.7,
boom.
and Cody McKinney with a .10, a 14.8. So Cody is right there. I mean, it's gonna be
and
fun.
Once again, Cody is there. Cody has been in the top 3
I'm glad you mentioned that.
for how many? Oh, he's actually he got knocked down top 4 now. But I mean,
it's
every week
unbelievable.
now.
It's crazy. Since we came back from our little 3-week vacation, before we started going off into this crazy playoff run, which, man, I love the playoffs. It's just so much natural stuff that goes on throughout the playoffs, just makes everything better. But since we came back from our little break, Cody McKinney has either started on the pole, second, or in the top 5 every single race. And he has led a lap in every single race, except Watkins Glen, since we came back from our vacation. Every single race he has led a lap.
Yep.
That win
that
we were thinking was going to come for Cody is going to come, and he's getting hot at the right time in the playoffs.
Yep.
It's the right time to get hot. And speaking of playoffs, why don't we touch on those playoffs really quick?
Yeah, let's go over the points and show everybody what's actually going on in the playoffs, because we're going into this is the last race. We're going to see some guys go home after this race. They're not going to be eligible at all.
4 drivers, count it, 4 guys say goodbye to their championship opportunity after tonight. So we can lock out 3 of them just coming into tonight, minus a win by one of these 2 drivers who showed up tonight. But Will Cannon, Christian Converse are not here, will not be able to win, so they will not be able to advance to the round of 12. So we have a battle for the bubble between, right now, I'd say 3 drivers. Michael Payne needs to win to get in.
He's not even here.
Jane Gimbel, he needs to win to get in.
Not here.
I don't see him. So, there you are, your top 12 in the points for the round of 12. Greg Holt, Joseph Causey, Nicholas Weatherby, Cody McKinney, Patrick Gaspar, Charles Urick, Adam Wood, Joey McKinney, Thomas Carino Jr., Ryan Cliver, Harvey Abrams, and Derek Schilling will be your top 12 going into the round of 12, battling for that championship. And then we have 3 more races after this.
Yep, and then we cut them down
another
4 more.
4 drivers. And then another 3 races to bring it down to 4 guys. And my pick that I picked to go to the Final 4 is still here. He's still here, even after a terrible week last week. Derek Schilling's going to squeak into the round of 12. And I really do think he's going to get it together. Tonight at Bristol, he's going to figure it out. And it's just going to give him that momentum to go to the championship 4. But I have adjusted my championship 4. Have you adjusted yours, Randy, or yours the same as we talked about last week?
I have, I've pulled Adam out of it.
You've pulled Adam out of it? Well, I'll go with my championship 4 first, and then we'll hear yours. So, obviously, my championship 4 involves Joseph Causey, Nicholas Weatherby, Patrick Gaspar, and Derek Schilling.
Okay. All right. I have Greg Holt.
Okay.
Joseph Causey. Nicholas Weatherby.
Okay.
And Cody McKinney.
So, you have 2 guys in there that I don't have in there. You have Greg Holt and Cody McKinney. I don't have either of them in there. Now, it's going to be crazy, but my reasoning behind not putting Greg Holt in the championship 4 is I think at some point the teammates are going to have to stop being so nice to each other on the track. Because we've seen a lot of give and take between those Tito team guys. At some point, and I think it's in the round of 8, they're going to either have to, they're going to get together, or one of them's going to have a bad race. Or they're both going to have bad races, and they're both going to have to win to get into the Final 4. And then with that final round of the 3 races before we go to the Final 4, I picked Joseph Causey to win 2 of those 3 races.
Well, we know one of those is a road course, and the other one is Talladega.
So that's the crapshoot. That's why I think the championship 4 is going to be way different than we think because of Dega. I think Dega is going to play a kind of a spoiler. Well, that's the round of 12. I'm thinking of the round of 8. You have Texas, Kansas, Martinsville in the round of 8. That's 2 rounds from there.
Mm-hmm.
Martinsville is going to be a crapshoot. We saw it in the spring. Texas and Kansas, pretty much the same track. Like I said last week, I think Causey goes to Kansas and he wants to get his mojo back from what happened to him at Kansas earlier in the season. Now, will I be surprised if Greg Holt proves me wrong and him and Causey are both in the championship 4? Not in the least. Not in the least will I be surprised if the championship 4 is exactly what you just said. But I think the battle between Gaspar and McKinney is going to be very, very close. It's way too early for me to say any of these guys are going to definitely get there, or they're not going to get there. But we like to try to predict the future. That's what we do. We're broadcasters.
Yeah, we have to.
If we don't predict the future, we don't create any, storylines for you.
Exactly.
Without storylines, nobody shows up. Nobody watches.
Exactly.
Like, I think tomorrow, Randy Pepper's going to jump in a race car for the IVRl and go win the championship because he's going to win the rest of the races. Because he's just that dang good.
Well,
now,
everybody has a dream, and that's not one of them.
Now, maybe Blake Gordon will be driving under Randy Pepper's account, but that's neither here nor there. That's neither here nor there who is the driver of the car. It's Randy Pepper's name.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so I'm looking at the
We've got
the last 3.
We got okay.
All right, so we have Las Vegas next week. Then we'll go to Talladega.
Yep, which is
then
an
we'll go to Charlotte.
Crapshoot.
Exactly. Then we'll have Charlotte.
The next
round. That's like Joseph Causey.
The next round is a crapshoot.
You got the Texas, Kansas, and Martinsville.
And
so Martinsville really is.
4.
Martinsville is going to be the crazy one.
I think Martinsville will be the crazy one because there's going to be probably 5 or 6 guys that are right there with each other to go to the championship 4, and one of them's going to say, I have to win to make sure I get in. So I think you're going to see some crazy things happen in Martinsville, but that's 7 weeks away. So let's talk about tonight. We're at Bristol, baby. 275 laps around this half mile. Well, technically it's a half mile, but it's really not. It's like 0.465 of a mile. It's not really a half mile.
0.5, yeah. 0.5 is what they claim.
Listen, I was always taught with certain things, you round up. The size of things is one of those that you round up with.
Yeah, technically I'm 8, but I'll round up to 9, sure.
I wasn't going there, but thank you. Anyway, 275 laps, 80 laps in stage 1 to bring us to lap 80. 160 laps. 80 laps in stage 2, which brings us to 160, and then we have 115 laps in stage 3 to finish the night at 275. So these drivers come out here tonight with 6 extra set of tires. It's nighttime. It's Bristol. Tires aren't going to be a huge factor. If we have a bunch of cautions and a bunch of guys pit, that could change it a little bit, but it's not going to be so big of a deal here to get tires on every single pit stop.
But hey, look at this. This is one thing we haven't even touched on this. Joseph Causey did not even qualify.
Yeah, but
he's
we're
going to
used to
start
that.
dead last at Bristol.
We're used to that.
Yeah, I know, but this is Bristol, and he's got to come from the very back.
Well, why don't we tell everybody what the grid is?
Yeah, let's go across. Let's do that.
So, on your poll tonight is the number 91 of Greg Holt. Starting second is the number 86 of Patrick Gaspar. Third is the number 76 of Charles Urich. And fourth is going to be Cody McKinney.
And running fifth tonight, Thomas Carino Jr. in the 7. The 45 of Adam Wood will be on his outside. The 89 of Jason Miz will line up 7th. And the 8th place position is going to be Ryan Cliver. 9th, it's going to be Joey McKinney, and his outside is going to be the 23 of Nicholas Weatherby, starting 10th.
Back in 11th, you're going to have the NOS Energy Drinks Ford Mustang of Harvey Abrams. In 12th, you're going to have the number 87 Chevrolet of Derek Schilling. And rounding out the field, Joseph Causey in that number 88 Toyota Camry. Folks, tonight we have the debut here for the IVRL of the Guitar Attic Drone Cam. We're going to see how that works, see if we like it. Little drone's going to follow these guys around. We're kind of going a little bit of, what's that new Tony Stewart league?
I don't know. I forget what it is already.
Whatever
it was good. It was good.
NASCAR allowed us to bring the drone on the track tonight, so they're going to follow the cars around. But Randy, we're getting ready to go green.
Fast car. Now the pace car is off. Here we go. Greg Holt brings them to the line first. Patrick Gaspar to his outside. Greg Holt's going to clear him and take off to the running out front by 1-2 car length lead over Patrick Gaspar. And then it's a several car length, maybe 5 back. Look at Gaspar looking down. Holy crap.
Wow, on the exit of 4, it almost got big there. Patrick, we got a spinner on the front. It's Jason Miz. Jason Miz has gone around. The number 89 has big damage to the front and back. Harvey Abrams involved in that as well. We're going to take a look and see what happened here, as it looks like the night for the number 89 has ended less than a mile in tonight for that Tito Team Toyota Camry of Jason Miz.
The only thing good about it is he's not running for any points.
I don't know if that's going to make him feel any better.
Well, I'm just saying, if he was running for points, it'd be, it might hurt a little more.
Well, let's see what happened here. We'll take a look in turn 2 here. Oh, sorry, this is turn 3 and 4. And Jason Miz and Ryan Cliver came together. Miz hits the inside wall. Derek Schilling involved in that as well. And Joseph Causey got some left front damage. Derek Schilling got a lot of left side damage, but Harvey Abrams took a plowing in the front nose. And I mean, he plowed through Jason Miz. So Harvey Abrams,
Wow.
3 laps in.
Tires deep into that one.
Yeah, thank goodness for him that he's locked into the round of 12, because I think that might be the end of the night for the 79 as well.
Yeah, that was definitely a Brokeback Mountain night for sure.
That right there, ladies and gentlemen, is probably a broken axle and hurt pride for the number 89.
Yeah. For sure.
But we're under our first caution here. 5 laps in at the Bristol Motor Speedway. I'm Nick Adams. That's Randy Pepper. You're listening and watching the IVRl Buttkicker Cup Series on the Ghostfire Meteor Network. We're the Meteor Network now.
Where did it come from? We got a rocket going off?
They're coming in hot. That sounds wrong. Nobody clipped that. That's just wrong.
You know, a lot of people do listen to us. I've noticed a lot of guys will listen to the replay the next day as they're working. They'll bring it up on a screen, put their buds in, and do their work and listen to the race. So we appreciate you guys watching it the next day or listening to it the next day.
Yeah, there's a way for us to do like an actual radio style broadcast, which I want to look into for next year to like make it a little cooler for everybody. If they can't watch us that night, they can at least listen to us while they're working out or something. There's a way for us to do a radio style broadcast, which I've been looking into. So keep your eye on the Ghostfire Media page on Twitter, on Facebook. See if we make an announcement about that. If I can figure out how to do it, it'll be announced by the end of the year. I'm still looking into it. It's really cool, though. I've seen some other people do it, because I think it would be really cool for me and Randy to be able to do a TV and radio style broadcast at the same time for people. So.
Yeah, be a lot of fun. Okay, pace car is pulled off. Greg Holt gets on the gas, and he pulls out to a 3-car length lead over Patrick Gaspar. Gaspar runs in that second position, running in the high line as Greg Holt runs that middle groove down the back straightaway. Down, he's still, it looks like everybody's going to run that upper groove now for the first lap around under green as Greg Holt leads by 2 car lengths.
Yeah, the only bad thing about Bristol is that it's that one groove racetrack, so you're going to watch it. Some guys go in lower, come up higher. Some guys start up top and then try to drive down the bottom. No matter what, you're inches, and I mean inches away from the wall here at Bristol. Every single lap, it's seconds from disaster. The National Geographic Channel used to put that on from time to time, Seconds from Disaster. I always wanted to see a Seconds from Disaster episode of the NASCAR race cars racing at Bristol as we see Patrick Gaspar go to the inside of Greg Holt through 1 and 2.
Side by side down the back straightaway, but Greg Holt pulled away by 3 car lengths back. Gaspar will regroup himself and try to catch back up once again as he's got a door full right now of that number 76 of Charles Urick, who's trying to work around that 86, trying to regain that position, or trying to get that position from Patrick Gaspar. So we've got a lot of guys running very fast right now, and it looks like, look at this, Charles Urick is going to get around Patrick Gaspar for that second. And just as I say that, no, here comes Patrick Gaspar back. Can Urick hold it down there and not get it into him? And look at that, Gaspar had to get on the binders and not into the back of that 76.
So when he got on the binders to not get in the back of the 76, that brought Cody McKinney into this battle. Cody McKinney is all over the back bumper of his teammate, but don't look now, folks. Adam Wood in 5th is right there behind Cody McKinney. This is going to get fun. It's going to get dicey, and we might have a battle for the lead here in a couple of laps.
We may, and we're only 14 laps into this race so far. As Urick trying to reel in our leader, the 91 of Greg Holt, who is led from the drop of the green flag tonight here at Bristol Motor Speedway. Greg Holt leads, followed by Urick, Gaspar, McKinney, Wood, Carino, Weatherby, Causey, Cliver, McKinney, Schilling, Abrams, and The Miz, who is 11 laps down.
Yeah, Jason Miz and Harvey Abrams at the moment sitting in the pits trying to get their cars repaired. That's going to be a long night for them, even if they can get them repaired, as they won't drive correctly for those drivers. So we'll keep an eye on them to see if they can get out. But we have that 3-way battle, now 4-way battle, starting to heat up for the lead as we come down the backstretch off into 3 and 4 for the 17th time tonight.
Urick looking to the inside, trying to find a way around that 91, running a little lower line than the leader. He's running kind of in the middle, and then behind him, Patrick Gaspar is running that upper line as well as McKinney as well back there. But right now it's still all Greg Holt after 19 laps here at Bristol Motor Speedway, he still leads.
You look out the back bumper of Greg Holt here off the gearbox mounts as we see the number 76 of Charles Urick looming in that rear view mirror for Greg Holt. He's getting bigger and bigger every lap here. And now it looks like Gaspar's starting to get a little bit squirrely behind him, trying to find a line to get around the 76. So we might have a battle for second as Adam Wood, who was in 5th a couple laps ago, started to fade back to 7th.
Eric got a little loose as he went into turn number 2. The car nearly went around, and that killed his momentum. But now he's starting to regroup and starting to reel in that 91 again. But he's got a trunk full of Patrick Gaspar, who is just nearly inches from the top of the track, getting the momentum off the top of that track to gain on that 76. But the 76 has got his stuff working. He's got the mojo back. He's looking to try to gain and get on the back bumper of that 91 and trying to get around him. He's looking a little low again, but it's still just a conga line around Bristol Motor Speedway for the most part.
Yeah, like I said in the pre-race show, once you get behind somebody, it's a one-lane racetrack. It's tough to make a move. Charles was able to make the move on Patrick, but that's when Patrick made a mistake. Now it's up to Charles Urick to pass Greg Holt when Greg Holt is at the top of his game here right now and has all the momentum coming into this race as Urick starts to look to the inside and Greg Holt adjusts his line to hold Urick up on the exit 2.
He is doing that as
Gaspar in the wall.
Gaspar's in the
Gaspar hit the wall. That's going to back him and Cody McKinney up probably about a quarter of a, maybe a quarter of a second here. Keep an eye on that damage.
Yeah, Gaspar is going to fade here quickly because that front end, he's in the
wall
again.
That right front damage, that is key here. It's not an aerodynamic track, but once you knock the toe out of that right front, you get into a rhythm of when you want to turn as you enter the corner here. And when that toe is off by centimeters, millimeters, all of a sudden your turn-in point, your entry point, how much throttle you can use, all changes. And with no fast repairs in the IVRL, he's going to have to learn to cope with that quickly and start to get back up there to Charles Urick and try to take that second spot back and battle for the lead with Greg Holt.
I don't think he's going to be able to do that because that car's probably got a little tank going on in it now. It's just driving a little pushy. As I say that, Urick taps the wall as well. So that did not help his cause. He just barely touched it. But
luckily for Charles, he barely touched it. But McKinney to the inside of Gaspar. And now here comes Carino to the inside of Gaspar. Side by side down the front, the back stretch. Off into 3 and 4. Carino and Gaspar almost come together. It's really early to be this racy. This could get bad and quickly if you make a mistake here. But Patrick Gaspar will hold that spot as we're going to go on board with him and see if that wheel is cocked in any way, shape, or... Oh, he's in the wall again!
Oh, he's against the wall, yeah. That made it easy for Carino. Carino had no problem getting around him that time.
We're going to look at Patrick Gaspar on the in-car camera here. See if he has to turn to the right at all going down the straightaway. And yeah, it's towed in a little bit. He's turning to the left. So the car wants to pull to the right, so it's actually towed out just a hair from hitting the wall. Maybe he did some damage to the rear end as well, so let's keep an eye on that of the 86.
He's trying to gain that position back from that 7. Carino got around him, and Gaspar's trying to reel him back in, try to get back around him, but he's going to have to really work at that because that car is definitely towed in.
Yeah, Patrick's going to have to be careful here. He's just going to have to calm himself down a little bit. When you start making one mistake, you can compound those into 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 different mistakes, all in the same lap or two. And when you do that, and I have a history of doing that, so I understand what I'm talking about here. Watch me on Thursdays. I make a lot of mistakes and I compound them. If you make one mistake, you get in that mindset of I need to be perfect now for 5 laps to make back what I just lost. And instead of that, he just needs to race what the car is going to give him for 5-10 laps, learn it, and then he can push with what he knows the car is going to feel like. Because for 25 laps, that car drove a very certain way. And now, all of a sudden, because he's hit the wall 3 and 4 times, and he's hit it pretty hard on a couple of the occasions, that car is going to drive completely different.
He's totally got to readjust his whole mindset to drive that car. And he's going to have a little bit of causey all over him now. There's a causey coming Causey down low, going to try to get around Patrick Gaspar to get that 5th position. They're side by side as I go down the back straightaway. Causey dives it down to the bottom of the track.
And Patrick Gaspar in the wall
Back to the
again.
wall. Yep.
Man, oh man.
Oh, he's going to try the crossover. Here they go down in. His car is pushing quite a bit. That's kind of a bold move,
bold.
I would think.
It's bold and it's also risky because all of that rhythm, and we've had a couple of our viewers say the same thing. You get into that rhythm and it can take 10 to 20 laps to get back in it. He was in a rhythm of running the high line, and then he got out of it when he hit the wall, and now he's trying to learn another line with a car that's driving differently to pass Joseph. It can all compound, and you can end up ruining yours and someone else's night if you're not careful. And you're only halfway into stage 1. You just need to calm down, set yourself back in your seat a little bit, and realize that in 40 laps, I'm going to get to pit and get all
trouble,
no! Carino and Causey is around! Causey in the wall big time! Wow. And the championship favorite, the 88 of Joseph Causey, with big damage on the front and the back of that car as Thomas Carino Jr. careened off the wall into the 88 right there in front of our eyes on the backstretch, 41 laps in. Man, oh man, we saw it happen live. We're going to look at it again. You see Carino there on the outside. He just taps the wall a little bit. When he tries to recover, it gets sideways, and Causey gets absolutely floored into that inside retaining wall. Luckily enough for him, and Adam Wood almost got pounded by Derek Schilling as he came to an almost complete stop entering turn 3 to not go through Joseph Causey. Wow.
That was something else.
It's bad luck for Joseph Causey. It's a lucky break for for Patrick Gaspar. As now he can come down, he can get 4 tires put on that car, get that damage repaired, and as repaired as you can get it, without going a lap down here at Bristol, and get back out on the racetrack and try to make up whatever he's going to lose from sitting in the pits.
He's going to just pull it out. He's not even going to wait to get anything.
Maybe he's comfortable enough with how it's driving. Maybe it looks worse than it actually is. But we'll keep an eye on the damage for the number 86, as he's one of our championship favorites this season, as well as Joseph Causey. And thankfully for both of them, they're locked into the second round of the playoffs. So Joseph can have that off race now here at Bristol. But if it would have started back at the beginning of the first round, things might have been different for Joseph Causey here going into the round of 12.
Yeah, definitely.
But 45 laps in on our second caution, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to step away for 30 seconds and be right back with you here on the Ghostfire Media Network.
The AOLL began online racing in the mid-1990s, with Papyrus's NASCAR racing still going strong 27 years later on the iRacing platform. The TNT Series races on Thursday night, running the ARCA Chevy cars for drivers looking to learn and have fun. The Cup Series races on Sunday nights, featuring league veterans and Class A licensed drivers. The Sportsman Division races on Wednesday nights, running the Gander Outdoor trucks with drivers from the Cup and TNT Series. You can catch all of the AOLL racing action right here on Ghostfire Media.
Back at Bristol Motor Speedway, it's the IVRL Buttkicker race, 250 laps around.
275.
275, excuse me. 275.
Randy's already shortening the race. He wants it to be over now. Can it be 65 laps? That's what Randy Pepper's asking NASCAR.
Exactly. Can we go to 65? We actually talked about this on the podcast the other night. We were talking about how long the IVRL races are and how we feel after the race. So
sleepy. Very sleepy.
Here we go. Green flag racing as Greg Holt jumps out to a quick little lead over Urick. Here comes Patrick Gaspar looking to the inside of Urick to try to steal that second position from him. They're side by side into turn number 3, and it's not going to stick. And Urick is going to be able to clear him and hold on to that second position. And Patrick Gaspar is already in the wall as Weatherby gets into him as well.
Weatherby went up the trumpet of the 86. And man, oh man, the 23. The suicide prevention machine has damage on that hood, damage on the right front. Gaspar has a lot of damage on the right side. Man, oh man, Nicholas Weatherby, who's had a lot of momentum since we came back from the break, just like Cody McKinney, has a rough beginning here in stage 1. We have a battle for the lead.
You're diving to the bottom of the track, going to try to get around Greg Holt. Greg Holt's still holding that position. It's a tough battle trying to get that lead, that's for sure.
Yeah,
that one groove is it.
It is. It's that one groove, and it's also that, like, brass set of cojones you have to have at Bristol to try to pass on the inside, because you have to almost complete the slide job at the start of the corner. Because you can't slide up in the middle of the corner because you'll have so much momentum if you throw it off in there and you don't start sliding up immediately, that you're just going to pound that outside wall. You're not going to hit it. You're going to tear it down and go to the grandstands. You're going to hit that thing so hard if you just throw it off into the bottom of the track. So you have to kind of create your entry halfway down the front stretch and get on the inside going into the corner and complete that slide job before you're even like halfway through to be able to make it stick. And that's the problem that Charles Urick is going to have right now, is that he can't get that momentum off the corner to get to the inside of Greg Holt down one of these straightaways to really send it off into the corner to make that pass.
Oh, here comes Patrick Gaspar. He's going to try to dive to the inside of Urick and try to take that second position back. He's got a great run. He's side by side. It won't stick. It will not stick.
Oh, we got a spinner! Another spinner. It's Derek Schilling hard into the inside, retaining wall down the backstretch. Playoff drivers continue to have, and that's the end of Derek Schilling's night, I believe.
Oh, yeah.
The front end is gone. That thing is killed. Let's take a look. We saw it out of the top of the screen there. Derek got loose, it looked like, on the exit of the corner, and it just kind of lost it. He gets loose right here, he throttles up, and that's the end of it. By the time that car is sideways, you're almost already into the wall. You know it's over before it's coming. You just know it's going to be a rough, rough impact to that inside retaining wall.
Tough break for Derek Schilling for sure. And
it's because I picked him to go to the championship for.
You jinxed him.
But just a reminder, he is locked into the top 12, so we're good. We're good. I don't have to worry.
Well, if his luck continues like this, he's not going to make it very much farther.
I'm going to have to rewrite my championship for next week if not next week, but the week after, if his luck continues.
Yeah, that's for sure.
I'm pretty locked in on Causey and Gaspar. I think Patrick has had his struggles this season, but I think he's going to be one of those guys who is able to make it through no matter what and be able to battle for that championship going into Phoenix, which is going to be like a brand new racetrack. It's going to be brand new for everybody. It's a clean slate for those championship 4, and you just have to go out and have the best race you possibly can. And we saw Causey was beatable at Phoenix in the spring. So now Causey's going to bring a different level of competitiveness into the championship finale. So we'll have to see. But I think Patrick Gaspar is one of those guys who can get there.
Oh, I believe so too. I believe he can definitely get there for sure. It's just whether he can hold off Joseph Causey and Greg Holt and Nicholas Weatherby as well.
I'm not sold on Greg Holt not getting to the championship 4 just because I don't think there's at any point this season you've been able to say, well, Greg Holt doesn't deserve to be there. No, Greg has shown since race number 1 of the year that he deserves to be in the championship 4 at the end of the year. It's just getting lucky at that round of 8, which Greg hasn't had any points of unluckiness throughout the season. But it's bound to bite everybody, and I just have a feeling that it's going to get him in the round of 8.
Well, he actually now just really getting his stride. He didn't have he had a few races that weren't that great to him, but as the playoffs have started, he really has been consistent since the start of it.
That I would agree. He's been pretty consistent since the middle of the race. So I mean, not the middle of the race, the middle of the season, and because of that, I feel like he's in a lot of people's championship 4. If I was to go out there and poll our viewers, I think they would all say,
"Oh yeah,
that Greg's in their championship 4." And I'm not saying anything against him. I just think that the unluckiness of what's going to happen has to come eventually, and I just have this bad feeling it's going to come in the championship 4. But or the championship, the round of 8. But we've talked about Joseph Causey. Did he peak too early? And since New Hampshire, he's only won 2 races. Greg's won 3. He won Richmond, but I just wonder if he's gotten that luck of being able to push and push and push out of the way too early.
Well, Greg Holt has started very strong in this run as well. Patrick Gaspar dives to the inside trying to get it around Yerk. He's going to try to hold it down there, but Yerk has that upper momentum, but they're side by side for second. And it's still going to be Yerk. That upper groove of the track has just got so much more grip. Look, we got Weatherby trying to get around Patrick Gaspard, trying to take that second or third position away from, as I'm looking at Yerk, trying to get around Greg Holt again.
Oh, and Weatherby gave a little bit of a bumper to the 86 there, going off in a 1 and 2, but it backed him up. Down the backstretch, Cody McKinney's all over the 23. And man, oh man, Charles Yerk all over the back bumper of the 91 on the exit of the corner. And we are getting great views of this thanks to that Guitar Addict drone cam. Randy Pepper, we all want to thank you for sponsoring the drone cam here tonight.
Yeah, I mean, that thing cost me a whole, like $25 or so. So,
I knew it was a Walmart special.
No, I got it at a pawn shop. A guy went in there and pawned it. Well, he went to pawn it, and the pawn shop guy would not give him any money for it. So when he walked out the front of the thing, I said, man, would you take $25 for it? He said, sure. I just need another hit of meth. So I said, sure, here's $25.
Did you buy it in Daytona?
Absolutely.
Cody McKinney all over Nicholas Weatherby. And man, oh man, this is a heck of a battle for third. But I'm so happy we have this Guitar Addict drone camera because we get to see this 5-spot battle here. It's now turning into 6 cars for the lead here, off into 1 and 2 now.
It's still a good battle there for sure. You've got those 3 guys just kind of battling around back in the back there, as Yerk's still up front trying to get around the leader. But back there, you've got McKinney, you've got Weatherby, and McKinney's like working on the back bumper of that 23. It's crazy how many really good battles we actually have this early on in the race. We're only 69 laps down.
Yeah, it's insane how awesome this race has been so far, and we're watching this battle right here for 3rd, 4th, 5th, and now the battle for the lead is back on. Yerk all over the back bumper of the 91. Greg Holt pulls out a little bit. He gets back. He pulls out a little bit. Charles Yerk pulls it back. We're having fun here at Bristol.
These guys, I know this has got to be very frustrating for Yerk. He's had a faster car than I think Greg Holt actually has, but he can't get around Greg Holt. Greg Holt holds that line, and it's a preferred line. He's got all the air up there coming to the front of that car, enabling that car to run any line he wants, and there's nothing anyone can do with him. So every time you get a run, you have to back off and let off and wait till the next lap.
And that's a perfect example of what you were talking about. Charles Yerk was on the inside of Greg Holt. He had to back out a little bit. Now he's back in the clutches of the 86 of Patrick Gaspar. So it's this continued give and take that he's going to have with that little bit of air. It's not a big drafting track, but there is a little bit of air inclusion into your plan of what you need to do here. And Charles Yerk has unfortunately gotten stuck behind Greg Holt. I would like to see Charles get ahead of Greg and see if Greg can pass Charles, because I think that right there is the 2 fastest cars in the racetrack at the moment.
Yeah, and you can see the same thing. If you look at, as the cars go around, every now and then you'll see them come out, like the turn right now. You can see they just came off of turn number 3 or 4, and you can see Cody McKinney trying to get down to the inside, trying to get around Weatherby, but you can't go anywhere. He just doesn't have that line. The car
here comes Cody again. And this time he's going to maybe make it stick. He's going to really have to send it out of there, though. But that outside lane has so much momentum. And at any other racetrack, you'd get up there, you'd side draft and pull the car back just enough for you to be able to complete it. But here it's making Cody have to battle for 4, now 5 laps to the inside, getting sideways as the white flag is out on stage 1. This is the battle for 4th. McKinney to the inside, off into 3 and 4. Greg Holt will win stage 1, but who's going to get 4th here out of 4? It's going to be Cody McKinney. Man, oh man. What an end to stage 1. That's only stage 1.
Yeah.
We still got 195 laps to go. This is going to get fun.
We've lost a lot of good cars already. That's the only bad thing. We've lost some really good cars.
We have lost a few good cars here tonight.
Thomas Carino Jr. is now a lap down, but maybe he'll get that lap down. I don't know how much damage he had to that number 7. It doesn't look that bad from what I can tell.
Here we come down the pits now for the second pit stop of the evening. This will be their second set of tires they've put on the race car. They came in with 6 extra sets. We'll see how many everybody uses. I expect us to use at least 5 probably tonight, as we have that pit exit cam. We'll keep an eye right there, see where everybody comes out here. Who's going to win the battle off pit road?
Who's going to actually try to get some damage fixed?
Charles Yurick second, Greg Holt first. Cody McKinney's going to gain a spot to 3rd. Patrick Gaspar back to 4th. Ryan Cliver in 5th. Joey McKinney will come out 6th. Then it'll be Nicholas Weatherby in 7th. Adam Wood in 8th. And then sitting back on pit road with a ton of damage still left on the machine is, I believe, that is Joseph Causey. That is Joseph Causey with a ton of damage on the front of that number 88. That might be the end of the night for the championship leader. Yeah,
it probably is going to be. He's got a lot of damage. He's going to go lap down here. Weatherby stayed extended time on pit road, just enough to probably pull the fenders away from the front of the car and probably get a little bit of that tape off the front of the grill there, trying to free him up a little bit. So under caution.
So I have more breaking news.
Uh-oh.
It sounds like Gateway is coming to the Cup Series.
That would be I think that'd be a good move. That's a good track.
So it sounds like this is not official. This is per some sources. I don't think NASCAR has made a statement yet. Let me check.
You've been looking on J-Ski a little bit too much.
No, I don't use J-Ski. I don't trust them.
They used to be the only ones back in the day.
They used to be. I don't trust them anymore.
So Nick is on the dirt sheets, as we call them.
I'm actually messaging somebody inside of NASCAR to figure out what the plan is, if they've officially announced it yet, or if they're waiting till next week.
Huh.
Because I've heard some rumors, but I haven't seen anything, and I've had some texts go back and forth with some people inside the sport, but nothing that I can confirm yet.
Ah. Nick's got his insiders. I've got my insiders.
But I can confirm for you that
Greg Holt's jumping away out the lead. That's what.
I can confirm that Greg Holt gets the green flag here, and he jumps out to a huge lead on Charles Yurick.
That he is. He is jumping out, and once again, we've got Patrick Gaspar working that bottom line, trying to get around that 76 of Charles Yurick. It's not going to stick once again. It's still all Greg Holt running away from the field. Can Patrick Gaspar get some momentum and catch Yurick again, or is he going to fall into the grasp of the 14 of Cody McKinney? I think it's more the latter, as Cody McKinney's working the back bumper of that 86, but here comes Nicholas Weatherby to try to run in the back of Cody McKinney as well. We got a real good battle there with 3 guys right there behind Patrick Gaspar.
But we do. It's a very nice, tight battle there. Cliver, McKinney, and Weatherby all looking to see if Gaspar makes a mistake. And Randy, really quickly, I can confirm you that Homestead Miami Speedway will be moving back to October and going to the night again.
That's a good move. I really enjoy that track. That is a great track. That's one of my favorite tracks to go to. Holy mackerel, look at this.
There it is,
Gaspar.
a big move to the inside.
Big move, going to try to make it stick. Will it stick?
Oh,
Yeah, it
it
does not.
won't. He almost went up in the Uric. A good move by Gaspar to get on the binders there and
I
not
was
keep
gonna say,
driving
that's
the car.
unreal driving.
That's a
Great
very,
job.
very good move by Patrick Gaspar. And now he's going to
try
reset.
again.
He's going to reset and try again off into 1 and 2. He's trying to make use of those brand new tires and use as much as he possibly can here early on in the stage 2.
Thinking it's now or never. Or is it now or never? I mean, we're only 94 laps into this race. We got a lot more racing to go. And we also have another stage. I would think you would try to do it after stage number 2, but he's doing it after stage number 1. He's still working on it. Here he comes, good run. Gaspar's got a good run running up on the back bumper. This
McKinney into the wall! He almost went up into Gaspar, and then he went to the wall just a little bit, and he almost got ran over by Nicholas Weatherby. He got on the binders big time. Here comes Cliver.
I'm not so sure Gaspar didn't touch that wall as well.
Wow. Wowzers. Randy, I do have an announcement to make here in a few minutes, but we're going to focus on this for now, and we'll make that announcement here in a few minutes. I'm just getting confirmation. It's not like anything big, don't worry. It's just telling you when something will be announced.
Okay, all right.
I don't have anything big to share. North
All right.
Wilkesboro is not coming back. Not yet, at least.
Dang it.
We are not going to be doing a race in Japan next year. Sorry to upset all the folks.
You know what? I was thinking that the Coliseum in Hollywood was equally the same thing.
I mean, it's a pretty big announcement. It's a very big leak that happened. The only reason NASCAR confirmed this because it was leaked.
Uh-oh. They like leaking.
They don't like leaks.
Yeah.
But as everybody gets into a single file line here, we'll continue to watch this battle for the lead. But per sources and people familiar with the sport, NASCAR will be announcing the 2022 schedule tomorrow morning around 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So keep an eye on Twitter at NASCAR.com for the official schedule, but you will see tweets beginning around 10 a.m. from people inside NASCAR as they make the announcements for the schedule.
And there's going to be a big shakeup, trust me, of a lot of things. So we've already talked about that. We're going to see a lot of crazy stuff that we haven't seen before.
Gaspar slides up there! Man, oh man, he went down to the inside and he tried to make a move and he's not able to make that move, and now he might lose a ton of spots because of it.
He might. He's stuck down there. He's kind of like out of the draft at Daytona. He's down the bottom and he's not in the preferred groove. If Weatherby can get up there and close in the back bumper of that 14, it's going to be a
The hole's
tough time
closed
for
now
him.
off into 1 and 2. It's like being at Martinsville and being stuck on the outside lane. It's like Old Bristol being stuck in the middle and not being able to go high or low. Being stuck in the middle at Old Bristol was the end of your night pretty much. And this is pretty much where Gaspar is stuck, is at the bottom. And he's going to lose
Cliver's
3 now,
trying
4
to get
spots.
up there and, Cliver's coming now too.
Yeah.
And he
this
may
is
bring
that's a rough one.
Carino with him as well.
He's trying to force his way up there. You know, there's nothing wrong with what he's doing. He's trying to get his way up there. He just can't get a hole, and now he has to slide up there. He just has to take whatever damage he gets from if he got rear-ended and turned, I wouldn't hold it against him. He had to move up. He had to make that move and close that door and try to get up to the outside lane. Otherwise, he was going to fall all the way back to 8th.
Yeah, because they were all pretty much lined up there, and he had to take it. You know, it's kind of like that guy on I-4 or I-75, I-95, whatever highway you're on, and you're the guy in the third lane, and they're closing down the right-hand lane, and you've got to get over there.
Yeah,
and
he
you're going to give it whatever you can do.
He had to get in there. He had to take whatever he was going to get because Cliver was coming. Ryan Cliver gave him the benefit of the doubt, got on the brakes just a little bit, got on the binders, let him in there. Now it's cost Cliver some time. He's fallen back just a little bit into the grips of Thomas Carino Jr. and Adam Wood. But at least Patrick Gaspar, for his race, has saved himself falling all the way back to 8th because it's hard enough to pass here. It's very hard to get around cars that are tough to pass, though.
Yeah, and Cliver, you know, Cliver knows he's not in the same speed bracket as Patrick Gaspar. As Cliver now has got a battle with that 7 trying to get around him, Thomas Carino Jr.
Carino
trying
has
to battle
speed.
back.
He had speed earlier in the race before him and Kazi got together. I think Carino can get a top 5 out of this if he keeps that car clean relatively for the rest of the race. As he's to the inside of Ryan Cliver, off to the inside of Wall. Oh, and he's sideways in the exit of 4. Gonna have to come back up, and now he's gonna have to slide up in front of Adam Wood before he loses the spot because you saw how quickly that gap closed with Adam Wood coming off into 1 and 2.
Yep, he had to do it. He had no choice but to do it.
Gaspar makes the move, tries to the inside of Nicholas Weatherby. He's not going to be able to make that pass stick. Ladies and gentlemen, we are 114 laps into 275. We have 45 laps remaining here in Stage 2 at Bristol Motor Speedway. You're not going to miss a second of the action as we go side by side here on the Ghostfire Media Network.
Can we be serious for a second? 20 years, the Guitar Addict has been your home for used and vintage guitars in the Daytona Beach area and at guitaraddict.com. The Guitar Addict is your home for used and vintage guitars. Whether you're looking for that collector's piece or that beginner piece, they've got you covered. With names like Fender, Gibson, Gretsch, Ibanez, Martin, Taylor, and much, much more, the Guitar Addict has all the guitars you need. And bass players, they haven't forgot about you. They've got all the top names. Amplifiers from Friedman, Victoria, Fender, Boss, and many, many more. They also have the largest selection of used pedals anywhere in the Southeast. The Guitar Addict, located at 1672.5 Ridgewood Avenue, just north of Flomish in Holly Hill, Florida. Also, check us out online at guitaraddict.com.
The AOLL began online racing in the mid-1990s with Papyrus's NASCAR racing still going strong 27 years later. On the iRacing platform, the TNT Series races on Thursday night, running the ARCA Chevy cars for drivers looking to learn and have fun. The Cup Series races on Sunday nights, featuring league veterans and Class A licensed drivers. The Sportsman Division races on Wednesday nights, running the Gander Outdoor Trucks with drivers from the Cup and TNT Series. You can catch all of the AOLL racing action right here on Ghostfire Media.
Back here at Bristol Motor Speedway, the IVRL Buttkicker Series on the Ghostfire Media Network. It's Randy Pepper alongside Nick Adams for another exciting night of IVRL racing, and we are 123 laps into the race, and we are in Stage 2, if you're wondering that. We still have another stage to go.
We still have another 150 laps this time by to go here at Bristol, as the leaders are starting to encounter lap traffic here as Patrick Gaspar makes the move for third on Cody McKinney. He sets his eyes on Charles Ure.
He used a pick. He saw the 87 of Derek Schilling there and saw, hey, there's an opening there, as he saw McKinney slowing up, and he used that 87 as the pick.
He did. Very smart move there by a very wily driver in Patrick Gaspar. He's not old, but he's experienced and wily. So we keep an eye on Patrick as he makes his way back through the field for second. We're going to focus on our leader right now. 3.5 seconds ahead of the entire pack on an island all by himself. He's led every single lap here tonight. 127 laps completed, like 115 of them under the green. Patrick Gaspar's led all 115 of those.
Yeah. Patrick Gaspar has led.
I'm sorry, Greg Holt. Greg Holt.
I was going
Greg
to say,
Holt.
led
Greg
what?
Holt. I have Gaspar in the brain because we were talking about it. But Greg Holt has led every single green flag lap tonight. I don't know. This has feelings for me of the Coke 600 where Truex just dominated all 600 miles.
And I've got a feeling that's what we're going to see too. I think we're going to see a domination unless something drastic happens to Greg Holt, which anything can happen. I mean, all it would take is him to lose his concentration, slap the outside wall, bend in the front of that car, knock the toe out, and then we got a different race happening.
Yeah, I mean, we had 13 gladiators enter the last Great Coliseum earlier tonight. Only 8 of them are still racing on the lead lap. Only 10 of them are less than a lap down or less. So, at the moment, Greg Holt seems to be the most dominating gladiator tonight. He's come in here and he has beaten the heck out of Bristol as Patrick Gaspar to the inside of the 76 here in 3 and 4. Now off into 1 and 2. Could Gaspar make the move stick?
He has tried and tried for the last 3 laps, and he's going to have to give up the ghost once again because it's just not happening. Yeah, he's trying to get around him. He's going to have to settle in back behind Yerk as Yerk will hold on to that second position and ride around with just a mirror full of that 86. Patrick Gaspar trying to find a way around Charles Yerk. He's going to set him up again, but he's going to have to back it down. He's going to try to dime. He's trying to dime the car. When we say we're diming a car, it means you'll drive up into the middle of the turn and then bring it down to the bottom of the turn, off the turn. That's what he's trying to do. And so far it has not worked. There he goes. So as you see him coming off the turn, he's low. Then he'll bring it back up again to the top of the track. Now he's going to bring it down to the bottom of the track. But there's nothing there. If you're not running that top groove the whole way around the track, you're just not going to have anything to work. Nothing's going to work, is what I'm trying to say. Here he goes once again, looking in the middle groove, trying to get something coming off the turn. He's got a quarter panel up there. Is it going to stick this time? No, I don't believe so. It's still going to be Yerk, as Yerk has cleaner air for sure. He's 5 seconds behind Greg Holt. So right now, it's almost like Charles Yerk is by himself, and he's leading the race. So he's got all that clean air. There's no dirty air in front of him, as when he was running behind Greg Holt, there was a little bit dirty air there. As here comes Gaspar side by side as they go into turn number 1. This time Gaspar gets a good run in, and he's going to clear Yerk out of nowhere. But here comes Yerk. Yerk's going to try to get down to the inside as they go around the number 18 of Joey McKinney, excuse me. Can Gaspar pull away? He is right now. He's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 car lengths getting away from Charles Yerk. Yerk had all that momentum going, and out of nowhere, Gaspar got a great run and was able to get around him. And that time he kind of slapped the wall a little bit. He just got to run his line, and he will hold on to this second position as he runs across the line. The complete lap 143. Here comes Yerk trying to get it back.
I'm starting to think that Patrick Gaspar saved his tires.
He might have.
I'm starting to think that. Because it doesn't make much sense to me how he's so much faster than everybody.
Well, he tried for many, many laps to try to get around Yerk, and it just never stuck. It stuck. And then out of nowhere, he got 1 lap, and it worked.
Well, it worked well, because now he's pulling away from Charles Yerk. And we have 15 laps left here in stage 2, and Adam Wood wants the caution to come quickly, because we're going to see where Adam Wood is on the track right there as Greg Holt goes to the inside of Adam Wood, and now there's 7 cars on the lead lap.
And caution is out. We've got caution.
Harvey Abrams has gone around. Damage to the 79. Some more damage to the 79. We're going to see what happened to Harvey Abrams here. So Harvey went off into 3. I think this is 3. This is 3 and 4. Oh, pounded the wall in the exit of 4. And it turned him left. And he pounded the inside retaining wall. Lots of damage to the 79 from an earlier incident. Even more now to the 79 from that incident.
Yeah, that car's going to, if it keeps going, it's going to be like driving a Mack truck.
Greg Holt was trying to pass his teammate. I mean, he was trying to pass Adam Wood and put him a lap down, right?
Yeah.
This actually hurt his teammate Joseph Causey more than it helped Greg Holt. Because Greg Holt put Adam Wood a lap down less than a half a lap before the caution came out. Joseph Causey is 2 laps down, was the first car not on the lead lap. He's now stuck 2 laps down instead of getting one of those back.
Yes.
So Greg just running his race, lapping the field, actually hurts his teammate Joseph Causey more than he helps his team.
True. Very, very true.
Patrick Gaspard pits here with 12 laps to go on the stage, and the cone is gone.
I was going to say, we got
Jr. killed the cone.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Shame. 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 Somebody ring a bell. Shame. Shame.
10 bell salute for the cone.
Man, oh man, he killed the cone. Oh my God. It's all right. It looks like Mark, the guy on the ground over here, has put the cone back for us.
And it's been put back. That's good.
The corner
no cone head today.
The corner worker put the cone back. Billy Bob Joe Magoo over there. If you forgot, by the way, our flagman's name is Randy Pepper as well. So Randy not only sponsors this, sponsors some things here for Ghost Fire Media, he also waves the flag.
That's
True
right.
story.
Yep, that actually my twin, but
That's
it's
your
not
twin?
me. Yeah,
Oh,
it's
is
my
it?
twin.
Is that Billy?
No.
No?
No, that's Rondi.
Oh, Rondi! Your parents had good choices for names, Randy and Rondi. If you would have had a sister, what would they have called her? Rhonda?
Sandy.
Sandy. Randy, Sandy, and Rondi. Wow.
True story.
They were creative. Well, ladies and gentlemen, 151 laps in, 5 caution flags have come and gone here in less than an hour and a half here for the IVRl Buttkicker Cup Series here at the last great Coliseum, the Bristol Motor Speedway. And man, have we had fun tonight.
I just wanted to see what's going to happen here. We've only got a few laps left.
I want to know if those tires, Gaspar is on the outside row in the 3rd and 6th. He got new tires. Can he come in and win the stage?
I don't know. We'll find out. Greg Holt pulls away by 3 car lengths over the 76 of Yerk. Yerk drives that outside line. Cody McKinney running that 3rd position, trying to hold off Patrick Gaspar, as well as Weatherby back there.
Oh, Weatherby in the wall. Wow, look at Patrick Gaspar. Wow, all right. All right, that was a good move. That was a great move by Gaspar. Those new tires are crazy fast.
Oh, he's just going to drive right by Greg Holt.
Look at that. He's just going to drive by him off into 1 and 2. Patrick Gaspar
couldn't do anything.
Is making a statement here. He went and got new tires for one reason and one reason only, to make a statement.
And to lead some laps and to not even not just him. It looks like Ryan Cliver as well.
Ryan Cliver went and got
diving.
tires as well. Cliver to second. Wow.
So those tires make a huge difference, as well as Joseph Causey got tires, and he's running back there, even though he's a couple laps down.
Here comes Ryan Cliver. Ryan Cliver has his eyes set on a stage win.
Wow, look at this.
What a move by Cliver. Here he comes. Oh, he's going to spin out almost.
No.
What a save by Cliver. 3 to go. He's still got a chance. Wow.
Patrick Gaspar had to be going, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God.
Wow. 3 to go here in the States. Now 2 to go. Coming to the white flag this time by in stage 2. Man, oh man, Ryan Cliver had a huge opportunity in his first stage win of the year. He's not going to get it this time. But Patrick Gaspar, with the move of the race so far, comes and gets tires, and he's going to sail the victory in stage 2. Patrick Gaspar wins his first stage of the 2021 playoffs.
Wait for the caution to come out. There it goes. And Joseph Causey, if you could see him trying to come up there, he knew that if he could get around Patrick Gaspar, he would unlap himself at least one more lap, and then as the caution came out, he would be back on the lead lap.
And here's my question, right? If that was Greg Holt in the lead, would he have let his teammate by?
Ooh, that's a great question.
Because here's the thing, even with a damaged race car, I still think Causey is dangerous.
Oh, I agree 100%.
And here they come down pit road. Ryan Cliver stays out, so the rest of the field's going to come get 4 tires and fuel. Ryan Cliver is going to stay out.
I don't know if that was a very good move.
I don't know if that was a smart decision. Yes, the tires are only 4 laps old, but did you see how hard the two of them were pushing?
Yes.
Gaspar and Cliver ran the 2 fastest laps that entire run on those last 3 laps.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah, track position is king, but I don't know. I don't know if you're going to be able to hold everybody off with tires that you probably just kicked the good right out of them.
What's really going to be interesting to see right here now is Ryan Cliver will be down on the inside. Gaspar will be on the outside, and then Greg Holt is going to be on the inside of row 2.
How patient will Greg Holt be?
I don't think he's going to be patient at all.
Oh, Randy, I got a text. You know how I said I couldn't confirm anything? I was
Yes.
told I could confirm one race.
What's that?
The Daytona 500 will open the season.
And what date is that, by the way?
That is going to be... Let me look at my texts. Sunday, February 20th. Is that Super Bowl Sunday?
It could be.
That'll be a hell of a... Wow. Fox is going to have one heck of a day, huh?
Actually, no, it won't be Fox. Are we, yeah. Yeah, it would be Fox. That's right, because we're running, or no, are we on Fox now, or are we on
Fox and
NBC?
It's NBC ends the season, Fox gets the season open.
Okay, so Fox does it, yeah. Wow.
Oh,
Unbelievable.
Did you hear the rumblings about that as well? That the partnership could be coming to an end.
With Fox and NASCAR?
Yes. That's something I still don't believe that one, even though I've heard it from pretty good sources. I still don't believe it. I still question if Fox would dump NASCAR like that, or if NASCAR would dump Fox after 20 years, because this is going to be their 21st season together coming up.
Once again, what was the first thing I told you earlier
I get that,
night?
but I don't know.
Why would Comcast give it to Fox?
Yeah, but if Comcast doesn't own the sport yet, it's who's going to pay them the most money. I heard it's not going to be a full season on NBC. I heard some other things and some weird combinations of, like, there might be ABC and ESPN and CBS, and I don't know. I don't know if CBS and NASCAR would work just because, well, football.
Very true.
Ryan
where was
Kleiber
that?
chooses the outside.
Yeah, he's going to take the outside. Here they go down to turn number 1. Kleiber up high. Gaspar down low. Gaspar just does short work of him. He goes right around him. Here comes Greg Holt, going to try to get around.
Oh my
Wow, it was Greg
goodness! Wow, Greg Holt, a man on a mission.
Power personified for sure. Charles Urick now dives to the bottom.
There was a
Kleiber.
lot of trust just shown right there by Greg Holt. He trusted Ryan Kleiber.
I don't think he even cared. I think he just knew he was that much faster and just went for it.
I'm really shocked that tires that were 12 laps old are that much slower.
They are a lot slower. Wow. Gaspar went up and tagged that wall just a tad. I don't think it was enough to hurt him, but he did get a little bit of it.
Joey McKinney went around or had some incident here early on. We'll take a look, see what happened here as we exit turn 4. Joey gets a little loose on the exit and then goes down into 1, and he just gets super snappy loose. And he gets it off the racetrack, so we stay green. No caution. I say again, no caution, stay green. Joey McKinney gonna lose another few
Surprised that
laps.
there was no caution out of that.
Derek Schilling has pulled off the racetrack, and he has officially retired from tonight's event. We're going to see if we can get a post-race interview with Derek, see what's going on.
And Derek Schilling now is nearly a second ahead of Greg Holt. Greg Holt is back there battling with Nicholas Weatherby for that second position. Weatherby trying to reel him in as Weatherby was able to get around Charles Urick for that third position. Nicholas Weatherby is the mover and the shaker of the night. He started 10th on the grid. He's now running 3rd, so he's really made some positions up for sure. Could this be the night that we see Patrick Gaspar finally get a win of the season? I think it would be like one of the first times we've talked to him in the booth, I know, this season, especially for a win.
So we have security looking for Derek Schilling at the moment. We heard he threw a helmet, got a little upset. He was more upset at his pit crew, so we'll find out what happened there. But at the moment, Derek Schilling...
I heard that he had, he was using the old crew that Johnny Downey used to use, so...
God, those people are like 80 years old now. Good Lord, help him. Mr. Pepper, you're going to be in charge for about 5 minutes.
All right, no problem. As Patrick Gaspar leads the field around Bristol Motor Speedway. Greg Holt trying to reel him in. He has cut the lead in half. He's a 0.5 back behind him. He is reeling him in. Slowly but surely, Greg Holt is eating at that lead that 86 has built up. Patrick Gaspar had built it up to 1 second, or nearly 1 second. And right now, it is a 0.4, almost a 0.5 lead for him. But catching him is one thing. Passing him is another. Oh, we got a caution. Now that's going to shake things up. Caution is on the speedway. Let's see if we can find out what happened here. Not really sure. Might have been Adam Wood back there. Not really sure. Let's go back. If I can figure out what happened here on my own as we're... No, wasn't that. Not really sure what happened out there. But caution did. Somebody brought the caution out. Not really sure who it was. So we are 183 laps into this 275 lap event here at Bristol Motor Speedway. Since we're under caution, let's plug a couple things. Don't forget to listen to the front stretch with Pat Patterson every Friday, or not Friday, I say Friday and Saturday, but Saturday and Sunday on the Sirius NASCAR Channel 90 network. Pat right now is actually in the Daytona Beach area. I'm not really sure if he's going to do his show out of the motor coach that is sitting in New Smyrna Beach right now, getting some revamping on his motor coach so the racing guy can make his way back out on the circuit. Had a little problem in California earlier this season and been trying to fix it ever since. So hopefully I'm going to see if I can possibly get the racing guy on the podcast that we do on Friday night. Hopefully I'll get him to maybe join us for that, but no guarantees because he does have to be up so early, but we'll see. Been trying for a while here. Maybe I'll get him to do us a new tag. So lap 185 is in the books. Trying to see here. I'm checking some things out, getting some telemetry as Greg Holt just came off pit road. I think Greg is he's trying to do a little different strategy than some of the other guys. Maybe he thinks those tires are going to bring him up to the front quicker because he pitted off cycle. We'll see. We will see. So, anyways, Bristol Motor Speedway, this place is a crazy place. It really is. It's unlike any other racetrack on the NASCAR circuit. If you ever get a chance to come here, definitely do it. It's a totally different experience. So let's go down the running order as they sit right now. Patrick Gaspar leads over Nicholas Weatherby in the 23. Row 2, it's going to be Charles Urick and Thomas Carino Jr., who has rebounded, who was one lap down earlier. Cody McKinney and Ryan Cliver are going to make up row 3. Row 4, it's going to be Adam Wood and Joseph Causey. And then Greg Holt now is a lap down. Wow. Greg Holt has gone a lap down. Here we go. The pace car is off, and the green goes out, and Patrick Gaspar gets on the gas. He jumps out to a 2-car length lead over Thomas Carino Jr. Carino Jr.'s got a challenge from the Weatherby car, but it's not going to stick. So it's Patrick Gaspar jumping away by 4 car lengths now. Here comes Charles Urick looking to the inside of the 23. That didn't stick. He's still trying. That's the best battle back there. As Patrick Gaspar just pulls away from the field, he has a 5.5 second lead. Weatherby working on the inside of that 7 back there. You can see him, but he's going to have to tuck back in. He looks down again, trying to get around that number 7 car of Thomas Carino Jr. And unfortunately, that's going to cost Weatherby a few spots as Urick has got around him. And now it looks like Cliver is going to get around him as well, as Carino Jr. now has a trunk full of that number 76. Trying to work. We got a 3-car battle back there as Patrick Gaspar is just running away from the field. As Cliver gets a good run trying to work around that 76 car back there. Patrick Gaspar is still running his preferred line around the Bristol Motor Speedway. Up high, he'll dime it down. He's got all the clean air, and nobody else can touch him as far as he's got that clean air. Cliver back there in that 11. Back there, you can see him kind of working that inside groove, trying to get around the 7. Is it going to stick this time? I believe so. So Ryan Cliver, but here goes over the crossover, looks like back there is, but it's not going to work. Cliver runs second. So Ryan Cliver, for the first time tonight, has worked his way, actually it's the second time tonight, has worked his way into that second position. And he's pulling away from the rest of the field back there. So he's got a really good car. And can he run down? He's running down Patrick Gaspar. Look at this. He is now right in the same frame as Patrick Gaspar. But like I said earlier, it's one thing to catch somebody, it's another to pass them. He's tried earlier. Let's see if he can make it work this time. He's down to the bottom, and he worked his way around. Ryan Cliver is now your new leader here at Bristol Motor Speedway and made it look easy as he's pulling away by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 car lengths over Patrick Gaspar. I don't think Gaspar saw that coming for sure.
What did I just witness?
You just missed one of the best passes of the night. Ryan Cliver came out of nowhere. He worked his way around everybody. Well, let's see. He had to get around Cody McKinney, Thomas Carino, and Charles Urick, and then made his way all the way up here and past Patrick Gaspar. It took him 2 laps to catch him.
So I want to touch on something really quick. What happened to Greg Holt? Why Greg Holt is a lap down? Greg Holt was the caution. Greg Holt spun after tapping the wall. He pounded the wall on the exit of 4, and it turned the car to the inside wall, and there's heavy damage to the 91.
And that's why I didn't find it, because I didn't think it was Greg Holt that would ever bring up the caution.
But
I thought it had to be somebody in the back.
I didn't think I was going to say this tonight. I'm happy I can say it. Ryan Cliver is your new leader, and he's not just leading, he's driving away.
He is. He's almost got a full second lead over Patrick Gaspar. Unbelievable. That 11 car is leading for the first time tonight here at Bristol Motor Speedway. Ryan Cliver. Yep, you heard me right. Ryan Cliver is the leader right now in the IVRl Buttkicker.
His team owner, Randy Hinshaw, is sitting on his pit box right now, and you should see the motions that he's making. I just heard Randy Hinshaw come over the radio to NASCAR, and he said it's raining in turn 2. It is raining in turn 2, and he wants the race called immediately. Bill France.
Bruton Smith just said no way.
Yeah, Bruton Smith just got on the radio and said, no, not happening. He said, it's not raining. Not yet. Now Ryan Cliver's on the radio. There's oil on the racetrack.
Ryan Cliver has roughly around 68 laps left to make his way around the Bristol Motor Speedway. Can he hold on for that many laps? That's a big if.
Well,
how do we know that Patrick Gaspar is just not saving his tires right now?
I think the problem with Patrick was you saw how fast he drove away. I think he might have killed the tires because he's falling into his teammates' grasps of Cody McKinney. Randy Hinshaw just came over the radio and said it's raining like New Hampshire. It is pouring cats and dogs.
That would explain why Ryan Cliver just kind of tagged that wall with the back end.
I don't see any rain at the moment, though, Randy. I don't know. Maybe that's just the owner and Randy Hinshaw seeing the rain.
Well, you know, things happen. When you're named Randy, things kind of are a little different in life.
Everybody named Randy beats to their own drum. It's understandable.
Yeah, it's like I know you probably don't know, but a lot of people do know the song by Todd Rundgren that talks a little bit about that.
Oh, my goodness. Well, we have a 2.8-second lead for our driver, Ryan Cliver, right now. And the number 11 Credit One Future Foam. I'm sorry, that doesn't say Credit One. That says Future Foam.
No credit. Yeah, it says Future Foam this way.
It has
no
a Credit One logo. That
yeah.
Future Foam Toyota Camry of Ryan Cliver He's trying to set the future on fire. I'll tell you what, if he wins this race tonight, there's going to be a lot of foam flying everywhere. They're going to have piles of it in Victory Lane.
Will you look at
Look
this?
who's in third.
I know. Will you look at this? Joseph Causey now is running third.
Where the heck did he come from? Look at that car.
We've seen that before. We've seen him in cars that look just like that.
Good God.
Unbelievable.
It looks like a Winston modified.
Absolutely. That's what it is. I mean, definitely, there's air running all through that car right
I mean,
now.
it's nice and cool.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
There's no doubt the brakes are cool, the motor's cool. The driver's hot, though.
Causey, wow. Unbelievable. Running third.
I got a dog in the booth. Hold on 1 second.
You got a dog in the booth.
Someone let her in the booth. Come on, dog. Come on. You want to come in the booth?
Ryan Cliver is now opened his lead up to over 4 seconds over Patrick
Gaspar is fading. He's fading bad. Gaspar has fallen into the clutches of Joseph Causey.
Yeah, I see this.
Here's what Ryan Cliver isn't looking for, though, okay? A caution. He's not
Oh,
looking for one of those.
No, because he knows that Joseph Causey.
I don't
As
know
he-
where
Causey right now
Joseph
is-
Causey's come from, but
He's working his way around, trying to get around that 86, and he'll work his way around that 86. And now he's going to try to set his sail and try to catch Ryan Cliver, who is almost 5 seconds ahead of Joseph Causey.
yeah, the conversation with Joseph Causey tonight is going to be incredible of the comeback story for him. But right now, we are going to focus on, for the next 50 laps, if we stay green, the number 11, Ryan Cliver. He's losing time, though, to Joseph Causey.
He is. Causey's trying to reel him in. And with a car that looks like it just left Smitty's junkyard.
You ever seen the movie Cars after the king flips over?
Yeah.
That's what Joseph Causey's car looks like.
Yeah, absolutely.
Where
I
did
agree.
Adam Wood come from?
Another one. Adam Wood. Adam Wood. Good run for Adam. Adam had been sitting in the back, but Adam did get new tires at last pit stop. And that may have been the whole thing. He got tires, and a couple of these guys did not. But this would be a good run for Adam. If Adam can hold on to take third, that would be a big, big thing for him.
So Ryan Cliver is now down to a 4-second lead.
How did Patrick Gaspar now is 2 laps down?
I believe Patrick Gaspar has pitted.
He had to have. So Ryan Cliver is now just barely 4 seconds over Joseph Causey. So Joseph Causey is catching him slowly but surely. And with only roughly 35 laps to go, well, 35, 45.
45.
Yeah, 45. I don't know why I said 35, but 45 laps.
It's the Florida in you. It's okay.
Yeah, we can't count.
You can't count. You can't not do math. It's understandable.
Not everybody does meth in Florida, but a lot of them
No,
do.
but 85%.
That's because they all moved from up north and they said, I can't take the heat. I'm going to do meth instead.
Maybe they'll kill me.
I can't take this heat anymore. All right, 3
Ryan Cliver is hitting the bottle right now. He is hitting the bottle.
Yep. And Joseph Causey is catching him. There's
Right,
no
so
doubt about it.
We have drivers pitting, okay? If you're Ryan Cliver, do you pit now and try to get ahead of Joseph Causey with these new tires?
I think you have to. I think you have to do something because Causey is catching you. I mean, it's almost, well, it is 2 seconds now.
I don't
He's
even
2
know what I'd
seconds
say to
behind him.
Joseph Causey if he wins this race. I've seen it all. If he comes back from what he's been through tonight, I've seen it all.
Well, he's less than 2 seconds behind him.
Where is he
has-
getting this speed from so late in a run now? I'm actually shocked. It takes a lot to make me speechless. And I'm speechless.
He started dead last on the field, and he's 1.4 seconds behind Ryan Cliver.
Don't forget
as,
earlier, him and Thomas Carino came together.
Yeah. Now, Joey McKinney just went around the actually. Wow.
Cody.
He's going to go around the leader right
Yeah,
now.
to the inside.
And look at this. Patrick Gaspar is right behind him now. It's less than a second from first to second. He's right there. He can catch him, but can he get around him? That's the whole thing. We'll see here in about one lap. We're going to find out if...
I don't think it's going to be a question.
I don't think so either. He's really moving. He is moving. Although here comes...
Oh, there's
You're-
a big
Whoa.
traffic jam.
Look at this. And Thomas Carino says, forget this. I'm getting
What
in
a-
here too.
Oh,
he gets
no!
together.
They touch the leader and Thomas Carino. They touch and
he touched-
Cliver in the wall.
Cliver's in the wall. Oh, my.
And Thomas Carino is your de facto leader right now.
Oh, my gosh.
Ryan Cliver back to second. Lots of damage. Patrick Gaspar gets his lap back. But if these drivers have to pit, the battle we're going to watch is Carino and Gaspar. Thomas Carino is your de facto leader. Not anymore. Not anymore. Patrick Gaspar is your de facto leader.
Wow. Things have changed a lot in the last 10 laps.
Adam Wood is going to pass Ryan Cliver for second.
Now, they all pitted around lap 205, I believe it was
Jesus H. Joseph Causey is just driving away.
Where did he find the speed? Where in the world did he find the speed in that car?
I have no idea.
I wonder if he could pound the wall a couple more times and still keep going.
Ryan Cliver has come to pit road.
That's a smart thing.
Nicholas Weatherby has come to pit road. Patrick Gaspar is now your de facto leader if Causey pits. And nonetheless, Patrick Gaspar is going to drive through this field and take the lead from Joseph Causey.
He's up to third now.
He's gaining about a second a lap.
Causey needs to pit
Causey
now.
needs a caution.
Causey has a 1.6 lead over Adam Wood. As here
One
comes...
heartbreak for Ryan Cliver from the lead to ninth, 3 laps down.
Wow.
There goes Tony McKinney past
Yep.
Joseph Causey. To get his lap back, Tony McKinney is now the 5th car on the lead lap. Causey in the wall.
He needs to pit and get those tires. The longer he waits, the more damage it's going to
Ryan
do to
Kleiber
his
is now
chances,
4 laps down.
Gosh. Unbelievable.
Heartbreak for the number 11.
Yes.
Devastation.
Definitely. Here comes Charles Yerk going to try to get his lap back. And he will get his lap back. So now 6 cars are on the lead lap. Greg Holt will be the next one if he can catch. Joseph Causey would be back on the lead lap, and then we would have 7. How much longer is he going to stay out? He's a 1.6 over Adam Wood. Is Gaspar still chewing into that?
4.8 seconds.
Yeah, it looks like he's kind of stagnant now. He's still a little faster, but not that much.
20 laps to go. 20 more circuits around the Bristol Motor Speedway. Don't blink, because this will go by like that.
Yeah, can Joseph Causey win again? And in a car that shouldn't even... It's a car that looks like it shouldn't even be on the track right now. It looks like it should go no faster than 35 miles an hour on this track.
Patrick Gaspar to the is on the back bumper of the machine of Adam Wood. Patrick Gaspar is 18 laps away and 2 positions away from his first win of the year. Now he has his sights set. 2 seconds between him and Joseph Causey.
Joseph Causey now has got to be getting worried.
1.1 seconds at the line.
And he's in
now he's
the
within a
frame
second.
now.
Now he's within 3/4 of a second.
As Joey McKinney's going to go around the leader, and as long as he's doing that, he's holding up the leader.
Now he's there. Gaspar taps the wall, but Gaspar is there.
Here he comes.
Gaspar to the inside. Causey tries to block him. He won't be able to do it. Patrick Gaspar, with 15 to go, has taken the lead here at Bristol.
Unbelievable. Patrick Gaspar has returned to form and has taken the lead once again. Even though he taps the wall again, he's still faster than Joseph Causey.
This isn't over yet. Charles Urich has 10-lap newer tires and is gaining 3/4 of a second a lap, and he is right now in 4th. If we get another caution, this is not over.
We get another caution. Joseph Causey is going to get tires.
Ryan Kleiber has retired from the race.
Unbelievable. That's so sad to see because he was so good there in the middle of the race, in the middle of the stage.
Here's what happened. Into 3 and 4, he goes to the inside of Greg Holt, and he just loses it on the exit, pounds the inside retaining wall, and I don't blame him for the Alt F4. I would be frustrated as well.
Oh, I would be too. I would be just totally wouldn't be able to believe it.
10 circuits, 20 left-hand corners, and maybe 20 more times tapping the outside retaining wall for Patrick Gaspar. But that is just a little bit over 5 miles of racing. For the native of Old Bridge, New Jersey, Patrick Gaspar is getting over a bridge here tonight at Bristol. The bridge he has been trying to build all season to a championship, maybe getting its first brick here in the playoffs. We talked to Patrick a couple weeks ago, and he said that he was disappointed that he hadn't been able to win a race yet. He was disappointed that he hadn't been able to put his car in victory lane. And Patrick Gaspar is now 6, count 'em, 6 laps away from victory at the Bristol Motor Speedway.
Yeah, and you can tell that he wins this race, he's going to have that saying, to be the man, you've got to beat the man. Woo!
Wow. And no, I don't write the endings to these races before the race, folks.
You can't. I mean, this is one of the most unpredictable finishes so far. I mean, we've got Gaspar leading right now. Charles Yerk now has got around Causey and Adam Wood to take over second. So we're just a handful of laps.
Yeah, 3 laps to go this time at the start-finish line. A man who at Road America cost himself the victory. A man who at Watkins Glen outdrove himself. A man who at Sonoma spun by himself when he was coming to take the victory away from Joseph Causey has come to the last great Coliseum in Bristol, Tennessee. He had speed here when we were on dirt. He's had speed all season long. And Patrick Gaspar is going to enter turns 3 and 4, exit 3 and 4, and see the white flag waving for him here at Bristol. Patrick Gaspar is less than a quarter of a mile as he exits turn 2. From a victory into 3 and 4, the diecast dude is going to have to get himself a race winner because Patrick Gaspar is a winner at Bristol Motor Speedway.
Wow. Unbelievable. He had to work for that one. There's no doubt about it. He deserved this win for sure. No doubt about it.
What a drive by Patrick Gaspar. But we have to talk about the heartbreak that was tonight for Ryan Cliver. The heartbreak that was tonight for Greg Holt. In the championship, to win a championship, you have to fire on all cylinders more than you don't. Coming into tonight, Greg Holt has fired on all cylinders throughout the entirety of the playoffs.
Gabby's even excited for him.
Where is she?
She's bargaining. She's going, Patrick Gaspar, yay! Patrick Gaspar finally won, yay! So let's look at the final rundown out here of the race. Patrick Gaspar is your winner tonight at Bristol. Second was Charles Yerk. Third was Joseph Causey driving that Winston modified. Cody McKinney was fourth. Fifth ended up Adam Wood, who fell to the gas to Cody McKinney and fell back into that fifth position. Nicholas Weatherby was sixth. Thomas Carino was seventh. Greg Holt came home eighth. Ninth was Ryan Cliver after a great run in the middle stages. Joey McKinney was 10th. Derek Schilling came home 11th. And Jason Miz and Harvey Abrams rounded out the 12th and 13th positions.
Well, Randy Pepper stepping out of his Chevy Camaro with the die-cast dude on the hood here in Buttkicker victory lane is Patrick Gaspar to a roar of his team and some Gatorade being thrown on him. Patrick, congratulations for the victory here tonight at Bristol. And man, you finally got that monkey off your back this year.
All I'm going to say is it's about damn time.
We knew you were going to be pumped for this one. I mean, we talked about you from the start. I had updated my championship 4 after last week with some things that happened, and I put you in it, and I took Greg Holt out. And tonight, at least, you've made my decision look really smart because you came in here tonight. Not only did you have to work for this one, you had to out-strategize everyone to get this one.
Yeah, it was a combination of everything. It was just keeping the car clean, staying out of trouble. Couldn't pass on the bottom for the life of me. It took me forever to get around Charles, and then strategy just came into play for me there at the end.
I have to commend you, Patrick, on your driving because there were several times that you could have got into some drivers down on the bottom when you're trying to pass them, but you kept it clean every time you got down there where it could have been disastrous. So I got to commend you on your driving, man.
I appreciate it. I mean, all I was thinking was what goes around comes around. So I just, want to race everybody clean for the rest of the year.
Well, it seems like all that bad luck that I have talked about multiple times at the super speedways for you this year finally went away tonight. Not super speedways. I'm sorry. At the road courses.
Road courses.
Where you've
I was
had
going
the
to say
bad
road
luck,
course.
and tonight you came out here and you did everything right from the start of the race. You kept yourself clean. You hit the wall early on, but you were able to get yourself back into that rhythm, and you were able to drive up here. So, how does it feel, man, to be a winner in the 2021 IVRl Buttkicker Cup Series?
Oh, better sooner later than sooner, or sooner than later, whichever way you want to put it. But at least I got one off my back, and we got a couple more weeks to go. Let's see what happens. Just focus on getting to Phoenix and make the Final Four.
Well, a very warm congratulations to you from everybody here at Ghostfire Media and everybody here in the Buttkicker broadcast booth. We have seen you have a rough season in the regular season. To be able to finish second, though, in the regular season was just a testament to how good of a driver you were. And then to come into the playoffs here and be consistent. And then tonight, knowing that you were already locked in, just putting everything to the wall and going out there and winning this race, not just winning it, but by 6 seconds. Congratulations. And, I think we're going to be talking to you more the rest of the season now.
I sure hope it. Hope so.
So, Patrick, now that you've won at Bristol, next week you got the South Point Casino, Las Vegas Motor Speedway. How well do you think you're going to do there?
I'm not sure. I mean, when we were here earlier this year, I had a stomach virus, and I started pretty much in the back and worked my way up to the top 5 until the stomach cramps was just unbearable. So, I don't know. I'm usually not too great at intermediate tracks, but we'll see what happens.
So out of the tracks that we do have coming, we've got Las Vegas, Talladega, and then we got another road course, the Roval. And we know you're strong on the road courses. Out of those three,
there's one man I got to beat.
Well, we know who that is.
Yeah.
So I think he drives a Toyota. I think that's what he drives.
Yeah, I think you guys heard of him.
I think I know him. I think he drove.
We talked about him a lot.
Yeah. He almost won the race tonight with a car that looks like a car from 1982. So I don't know how he did that, but
yeah, I was shocked to see him up there, to be honest with you.
I don't know how he was on the lead lap, but that's just a testament to how good the drivers are in this league to be able to handle cars like that. But again, Patrick, good luck. Well, congratulations and good luck next week, and maybe we'll be talking to you again.
Sounds good. Good night, guys.
Good night.
All right, and we're going to pull in the driver of the number 76 machine, Charles Urick, as he steps out of his car. He's standing here. Charles, it looked like you had a car that could win early in the race, but it looks like the strategy just didn't kind of fall your way. So how you feeling tonight after that?
Well, the first run was fine. Second run was okay. That third run, I must have been using up my right front a little more than I wanted to. And it got really bad whenever I was stuck on the bottom. That's when I really burned it up. But second, I improved on my other best finish of third.
Yeah, you did. You started third, then you finished second. So not bad. What was going on in there in the chat group with you guys?
Oh, we were just talking about when to pit, who's pitting. Harvey, he was sitting on pit road, so he was our eyes and ears of who's catching who and who's faster than, first, second, whatever.
So actually, he stayed around to help you guys?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
We're the unofficial team. Myself, Adam, Weatherby, Derek, and
the
Harvey.
Independents.
Yeah, the independents in that chat group. That's why I said, what were you guys talking about?
I actually wanted to call you the Depends team, but I got shut down.
Oh my God, depends. What?
The Independs.
Independs.
No.
Y'all are independs. They're not old enough. Even though Adam's been in the Army long.
Well, I mean, Adam's about to
long
retire,
enough to be in.
So.
Yeah, exactly. He's starting. I'm sure sometimes he wanted to wear Depends in some of the places he's been.
I mean, hey, listen, everybody had that one day when they were like 21, they got real drunk, and instead of, crapping their pants, they put on a diaper.
Hey, I'm going to need that Saturday.
Why is that? What's happening Saturday?
Well, I'll be here.
Oh, at Bristol.
Oh yeah.
You're gonna
Wow.
need more than a diaper on Saturday. You're gonna need a clear bag and a lot of water.
No, not water. That's not what I'll be drinking.
No, I'm sure not. I can see Charles. He's going to be that guy I saw at Daytona one year. The guy was sitting in front of me. He got so drunk that the cars would go around the track, and when they would go by, he would stand up and go, "Yeah!" Then he'd fall back down and go back to sleep as the cars go down into turn 1 and 2, down the back straightaway, down to 3. And then after they come off of 4, he'd go, "Yeah!" They go back down.
Oh my God! All right.
So
and
I can see Charles going, "Yay! Yay!"
oh my God!
Yay!
And with that, Charles, do you? What are your hopes for the next round in the round of 12?
Oh God. What do we have next?
Vegas,
What's next?
Dega, and then
Well,
we have
Roval.
the Roval.
well, if you remember the first Vegas race, I was leading and I took myself out.
I was probably too drunk for that.
Well,
I drink here in the booth.
Yeah, sure you do.
well, I don't know. I like Vegas. It's fun. Dega, I don't know. With the field we've been having, where it's getting smaller and smaller.
Yeah, but
Hope-
you guys are smaller and smaller, but you've got Adam's really good at Dega.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
so,
me and Adam worked really well last
okay,
time we were there.
so you've got you got Adam, Weatherby, Derek, and who's the other ones in your group? Is that
Harvey.
it? Harvey. Okay, so Harvey. So you guys got a big group of cars. You kind of would outnumber the rest of the field. You guys can work together.
That's what our plan was at Daytona, and then we got separated after a pit stop, and we could never get it back.
Those guys, Daytona was kind of a freak because the way Holt and Causey somehow just pulled away from everybody.
I know they had 2 cars, and we had 4, and we still weren't catching them.
Yeah, I know. It was kind of weird. I'm still
That's really weird.
scratching my head on that one.
I don't know. Somebody must have been dragging the brake in our group.
Man,
Yeah,
oh, man.
maybe
Well,
so.
anyway, Charles, it was fun to see you out there tonight, and we'll probably, hopefully we'll talk to you next week. Maybe you'll be one spot better next week. Get that first win of the year.
And I hope so. Been close.
Well, you have a good week and good luck.
All right, thanks.
Yeah, Charles.
All right, and our final contestant, we're going to pull up into the bull ring here tonight, is, I don't even know what to call him. He drove, for the first part of the race, he drove a Toyota Camry. After about 60 laps, he drove a 1982 Chevy Monte Carlo with the front end ripped off and the ass end was 15 feet up in the air. And then after lap 100, when he got into the wall a little bit, he drove a 1975 Ford El Camino.
I thought that was a
Chevy El Camino.
Fairlane.
Just called it a Ford El Camino because it looked like a Ford and a Chevy put together. It's
pretty
bad.
bad.
It wasn't even a Toyota anymore. It was a Ford El Camino. They did like a Mustang front end and an El Camino rear end. That's how bad it looked. How the hell did you lead laps like that?
Hell, if you would have told me I came back from 4 minutes and 30-something seconds worth of damage to come back and possibly have a shot and freaking be in the top 3, I've been like, you're a liar.
How the
Liar.
hell did you do that? I mean, I don't even, like, we watched this and how did you even do it?
I don't know. I'll tell you.
Did
it
you
was
put
probably,
jet fuel in your car?
Nah. I was missing 100 RPM by the time I got to.
I think we need to protest this race, Randy. I think we need to talk to the IVRL stewards.
Yeah,
Figure
I
out.
think so, too.
I think Joseph might have had jetfuel.exe installed on his computer today.
Negative.
Do we have
But-
to start looking? We're gonna have to start checking that tire hack again.
We are. We
Oh
are.
Lord.
No,
Here we go.
I don't think.
We go.
I don't think he had grip.exe in today because he was sliding all over the place. I think he had jetfuel.exe installed on that car this afternoon.
I got that thing down to 50 seconds worth of damage left, and
I don't know how you did
hey,
it.
Hey, it worked.
By the way,
Definitely worked. There's no
Joseph-
doubt about it.
Joseph, the next time you win, you have to do a better burnout than Patrick because it look well, not Patrick really, but Charles Urick, because it looks like Charles Urick might have built a phallic-like structure on the racetrack here.
Oh boy,
I thought I always do a decent burnout.
you do, but you don't do phallic symbols.
Well,
If you watch the fun race that we had
I
a
just
few
can't.
weeks ago,
I can't do no symbols.
Yeah, cause why weren't you at the fun race when we had that a couple weeks ago when we had figure 8? I really wanted to wreck you.
I didn't.
I just
know.
thought it would be fun. You would have been. It would have been nothing new. I wrecked everybody. That was
I
my whole
probably-
goal.
That
I just
was- it
wrecked
was
Probably
everybody.
fun
didn't
race.
know, and me, Greg, and a whole bunch of other people were probably playing ATS, trying to wreck
Oh.
each other with big trucks.
Well, it would have been a lot more fun. You guys trying to wreck us because it was a good time. You missed it. Next time we'll have to make sure we get to you guys to tell you that we're running another fun figure 8 race because it was a lot of fun.
Definitely.
All right, it was unbelievable you driving that thing back to the lead and finishing third. I'm still scratching my head how you did that. You started 13th, you finished third. Unbelievable run, man, once again.
Freaking when Carino hit me, man, I was saying everything under the sun with the mic, no mic turned on, but I told him, I was like, when he apologized, I was like, man, I can't say. I accept your apology, but I just have no words to say that I don't
Well,
want to say.
he hit the.
Nice.
I mean, he hit the wall. He had. It looked like he was trying to stay out of your way, and
Yeah.
overcorrected. So, you kind of caused that yourself. So I'm just kidding.
If I would have actually got to qualify instead of doing dumb stuff while I was trying to do, but
Yeah.
shit happens.
Yes, absolutely. So, congratulations on a third place finish tonight here at Bristol, and we will see you next week at Las Vegas.
All right, appreciate it, guys.
All right.
All right, well, from everybody here at the beautiful Ghost Fire Media Network. Oh, wait, I'm taking Randy Pepper's job. Never mind, Randy, go ahead.
You've been watching the Ghost Fire Media Network broadcast of the IVRL Buttkicker Series at Bristol Motor Speedway. Don't forget, tomorrow night we've got racing once again, Sportsman Division for the AOLL, and Thursday night's the TNT Division of the AOLL. And Friday night, the podcast returns at 8 o'clock. And then once again, it's Cup racing for the AOLL on Sunday. And then Monday, more fuel racing on the Ghost Fire Media Network. From Nick Adams, I'm Randy Pepper. We'll see you next week here in the IVRL Buttkicker Series on the Ghost Fire Media Network. So you guys have a great one. See you then. And so long from the Sunshine State. Thank you for watching iRacing on the Ghost Fire Media Network.